Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving headfirst into the often unseen but really crucial world of complex audiovisual setups. Think of those amazing sports bars with TVs everywhere, or those high-end home theaters, or even professional command centers. What holds them all together? Well, it's the absolute need for seamless control and really stunning clarity across lots of screens. Our mission today, then, is to explore a pretty powerful piece of hardware that works behind the scenes, but it's foundational to these setups. The WolfPack 4K 60 4x4 HDMI Matrix Switcher. And this isn't just your average video switch. It's a really sophisticated hub built specifically to manage and distribute multiple high-res video and audio signals precisely.
Exactly. And our goal here, for this deep dive is to really get under the hood and understand what makes this specific matrix switcher so versatile, so robust. We'll look at how it handles really demanding AV environments, why its modular design is such a big deal, and what makes its control options so key. This should give you a shortcut to understanding a vital but maybe overlooked piece of modern AV gear.
Right, so let's start right at the beginning. What is a matrix switcher, fundamentally?
Well, think of it as the ultimate AV traffic controller. That's probably the easiest way to picture it. It lets you take any of your inputs, like, say, a Blu-ray player, a games console, maybe a live feed, and send it to any of your screens or outputs. Or you could send the same thing to all the screens at once if you wanted.
So it gets rid of that mess of cables and different converter boxes you sometimes see.
Precisely. It aims to eliminate all that hassle.
Okay, and the specific one we're looking at today is the WolfPack 4K 60 4x4 HDMI Matrix Switcher with apps, scaling, WBUI, separate audio and video wall. Quite a mouthful.
It is, and it comes pre-configured as an integrated HDMI video and audio modular matrix switcher. The core idea, the promise, is that it packs so much functionality inside, it handles all the signal conversions and switching internally. So, yeah, fewer external boxes needed.
Now, you mentioned modular. What's interesting about its actual design?
Yeah, this is where it gets clever. So while it's sold as a 4x4 model, that's 4 HDMI inputs and 4 HDMI outputs installed, it's actually built on a bigger 9x9 modular matrix chassis.
9x9?
Yeah. That means the main box, the chassis itself, can actually hold up to 9 input cards and 9 output cards. So even with the 4x4 version, you've got 5 empty input slots and 5 empty output slots just sitting there.
So it can grow.
Exactly. It lets the system grow with your needs, maybe up to a full 9x9 setup, without needing to rip out the whole core unit. It offers that future expansion path.
That scalability sounds good, but for someone using it day to day, what's the practical benefit of that modular approach? Is it just about adding more inputs down the line?
Well, that's part of it, but there's a really key point about reliability and maintenance, too. You see, it uses these individual one-port slide-in cards for every single input and output. So imagine if you lose signal on just one port. Maybe a card fails or something happens. Instead of having to, unplug everything and send the entire big matrix box away for repair, which could mean serious downtime, especially for a business.
Right, that could be a disaster for a sports bar on game day.
Absolutely. With this, you just identify the faulty card, slide it out, and slide a new one in, maybe even hot swap it. It turns a potential major headache into a much smaller, quicker fix. It's about minimizing downtime and honestly lowering the overall cost of owning it long term.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Let's switch gears to performance. We see specs like 4K, 60 Hz, 4.4.4 chroma, 18 GBPs, HDMI 2.0. What does that actually mean for the picture quality you see?
Right, so those numbers basically translate to really crystal clear, uncompromised video, very sharp, very smooth motion. The 4.4.4 part is about color detail. It means you get the full color information, no compression there, which is super important for sharp text, detailed graphics, and just really vibrant, true-to-life images, especially at 4K. And it also supports up-down scaling. So if you have a mix of, say, 1080p and 4K screens, it can adjust the signal for each one. Plus separate audio handling, which adds flexibility. And being HDMI 2.0 and HDCP 2.3 compliant just means it works with the latest gear and copyright protection standards.
Gotcha. And then there's this spec that jumped out at me. Fast, seamless 100-meter switching speed. 100 milliseconds. That sounds incredibly fast.
It is. It's practically instantaneous to the human eye.
But, playing devil's advocate here, does that 100 meters really make a difference compared to something maybe slightly slower, say half a second? would you even notice in a busy place?
That's a fair question. In many scenarios, maybe not on a single screen switch, but imagine, like you said, a sports bar with 20 TVs switching channels simultaneously. Even a brief half-second black screen or flicker multiplied across all those displays becomes really jarring and looks, well, unprofessional. It breaks the immersion.
Ah, okay, I see that.
Yeah. With 100 meters, it's just smooth. The source calls it seamless switching. And it's powered by what they call a WolfPack engine on each output. So when you hit that switch button, the engine does a bunch of things really fast. It handles the EDID and HDCP handshakes, basically the digital greetings with both the source and the display, like at the same time. And it uses a frame buffer, kind of like a little temporary memory, to preload the next video frame.
So the next picture is already waiting.
Essentially, yes.
Yep.
It's optimized and ready to go the instant the switch happens.
Yeah.
That whole coordinated process is why you don't get that distracting black screen or glitch. It keeps everything looking slick.
Okay, so we've got the core function, the modular reliability, the high performance.
Right.
How do you actually control all this? You mentioned control options earlier.
Right, and this is another area where it really shines. The range of control methods is pretty extensive. You've got the basics, physical buttons on the front panel, simple enough. Then there's GUI control. It has a built-in web server, so you just connect it to your network, open a browser on your computer or tablet, and you get a graphical interface to control everything.
Nice. So no special software needed for that.
Nope, just a web browser. It also has the traditional RS-232 serial port for integration with more complex automation systems.
And apps?
Oh yeah, lots of app support. Free apps for iOS, so iPad, iPhone, and for Android devices too. Tablets, phones, Samsung Galaxy, they seem to cover the main mobile platforms. And then for the pro integration side, there are optional drivers for systems like Control4, URC, Crestron, Elon, RTI.
Wow, that's a lot of the big names in home and commercial automation.
It is. And they even mention specific control systems often used in sports bars, like the DTV Game and Alani systems for DirecTV control, plus optional codes for Harmony remotes. And for the real tech heads, the AV pros, you can even write your own control scripts using simple RS-232 commands. They give an example.
Yeah.
Like, to switch input 8 to outputs 1, 8, and 16, the command is just act 1 and 8 and 16, notice the period at the end, and the system replies with OK or ERR, so you know it worked.
That level of detail is useful. So bringing this back to the listener, what does all this control flexibility mean for you if you're managing one of these?
It means it can fit almost anywhere. That's why you see them in such diverse places. Sports bars, yes, but also restaurants, schools, complex home theaters, even data centers. They all need that precise, reliable control over multiple screens, but often the person doing the day-to-day switching isn't an AV expert.
So it needs to be easy for them too.
Exactly. You can set it up so a manager just pushes one button on a tablet or uses a simple remote even though there's all this complex integration capability underneath. It makes sophisticated control accessible.
Okay. You also touched on something called EDID management earlier. What is that and why is it important?
EDID. Right? It stands for Extended Display Identification Data. In simple terms, it's like it's the way your TV or projector tells the video source, your Blu-ray player, your switcher, what it's capable of displaying. You know, resolutions, refresh rates, audio formats it supports.
Like its technical resume?
Kind of, yeah. And this Matrix Switcher has advanced management for that. It reads that EDID info and makes sure the source signal is optimized perfectly for what the screen can actually handle.
And why does that matter for the viewer?
Well, it's the key to avoiding a lot of common, really annoying problems. Things like suddenly losing the picture or getting that flashing intermittent video or snow on the screen or weird color issues like everything looking purple.
Well, I've seen that purple tinge sometimes.
Right. Often that's an EDID mismatch. Good EDID management prevents that, ensuring, as they say, optimal source-to-screen performance. It can even help smooth out issues with mixing older gear, like non-HDCP sources, with newer HDCP displays, or the other way around.
That sounds incredibly useful.
Yeah.
Any other optimization features worth mentioning?
Yeah, a couple of quick ones. It has 40 preset scenes you can save and recall. So if you have common setups like game day mode or presentation mode, you can switch instantly with one command. It also supports closed caption pass-through, which is important for accessibility. And there are optional low-cost video wall processors if you want to create those big multi-screen displays.
Okay, good to know. Now, thinking about those larger setups, getting signals over long distances is often a challenge with standard HDMI cables. You mentioned HD-based as an option.
Yes, HD-based, it's really important for installs that need longer cable runs.
Yeah.
Standard HDMI cables start to lose signal quality, after maybe 15, 20 feet sometimes, reliably. HD-based is a technology that lets you use standard, inexpensive Cat6 or Cat7 network cable, the same stuff used for computer networks to send uncompressed high-definition video and audio much further. We're talking 70 meters, which is about 230 feet, or even up to 100 meters, nearly 330 feet, depending on the specific HD-based product.
All over a single network cable.
Yep, a single cable. And it can often carry power, too. It's optimized for video, supports future 4K and even higher resolutions, and uses readily available, affordable cabling. A key feature on these WolfPack HD-based extenders they mention is POC, power over cable. Meaning the receiver unit at the TV end doesn't need its own power adapter plugged into the wall. It gets its power right through the network cable from the main matrix end.
Oh, that simplifies things a lot, especially if power outlets are scarce near the displays.
Hugely. Fewer cables, cleaner installation. Just a quick note on the cables themselves. They recommend using good quality shielded Cat6 or 6A, keeping runs under that 70-meter limit for the standard extenders, and using proper shielded connectors to avoid interference, especially in noisy electrical environments.
Good tips. Okay, so when you're investing in this kind of professional-level equipment, reliability and support are obviously huge concerns. What does WolfPack offer there?
They seem to understand that. They offer a 2-year WolfPack Care Advance Replace warranty. The advance replace part is key.
How so?
It means if something goes wrong within that warranty period, they aim to send you a replacement unit before you even have to send the faulty one back. Minimizes your downtime.
That's crucial for businesses.
Absolutely. And beyond the warranty period, they offer free lifetime tech support via phone, chat, text, and email. That ongoing support is pretty valuable. It suggests they're confident in the product's longevity, which is backed up by what they describe as a rigorous 5-step testing procedure before anything ships out.
Which involves
assembling it, initial testing, then a 24-hour aging or burn-in test, then final testing, and a final QC inspection. It sounds quite thorough, aimed at catching any potential issues early.
right, building that confidence in the reliability.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try and recap this deep dive on the WolfPack 4K60 4x4 HDMI Matrix Switcher. We've seen it's way more than just a simple switch. It's a central AV traffic controller.
Right.
With a really smart modular design for reliability and future growth.
Yep. The slide-in cards are a big plus there.
It delivers serious performance, true 4K 60, and that incredibly fast, seamless switching.
That 100-meter switch speed, yeah.
Plus a huge range of control options, from simple apps to deep professional integration.
Making it adaptable to almost any user or system.
And then advanced features like EDID management to fix signal issues, and the option for HD beta to conquer distance.
Exactly.
It really does seem like a powerful, robust solution for anyone managing complex AV needs, whether that's in a commercial space or a really ambitious home setup.
Definitely. And maybe as a final thought to leave you with, consider how devices like this sophisticated AV management tech, are really starting to blur the lines. What used to be strictly pro-level gear is becoming more accessible, more controllable, So what happens when you can orchestrate a whole network of displays from your tablet? Or write custom scripts to automate the perfect movie night or game day experience in your own home or business? What kind of cool creative applications could you dream up with this sort of seamless, high-performance AV control at your fingertips in the future? Something to think about.